Unit 1, Bilingual Readers. In this video, I want to present foundational ideas that will stay with us throughout the e-workshop. The guiding question for this unit is, what is different about teaching reading to bilingual students? Let's start by reading some text. Read along with me. Once you learn to read, you will be forever free. Frederick Douglass. If you're a monolingual English speaker, most likely you pronounced the words correctly, read with fluency, understood the meaning of the text, and you may have had some background knowledge on the authors. Let's try another piece of text. Read along with me. Trig, Phan, and Chen. Trig and Phan are mites. Chen is a bledge. Most mites become bledges when they burble, but Trig and Phan didn't burble, they yelanted instead. Chen zelnude outside Trig's and Phan's knot. Zeon Trig and Phan sevica pluried Chen and said, "See zelnuing, Trig and Chen will blurble rently." Then Chen manulied penumuliously. So that was challenging for me. I struggled with pronunciation and fluency, and I really didn't understand what was going on. So remember, you're going to have a few bilingual readers that might struggle in your classroom with learning to read in English. This is what it could be like. Somewhat exhausting, confusing. Maybe they get some parts of the reading, but they missed important parts as well. So there are differences between monolingual and bilingual readers in learning to read. A monolingual student is faced with the task of learning to read in English in their own home language. Now that is a formative task in itself. Bilingual readers bring additional qualities to your classroom. They bring multiple languages, mixes of languages and language registers. They bring bicultural identities and unique cultural experiences. These additional assets influence how they will learn to read in your classroom. A bilingual reader may have triple the work. They need to learn to read while negotiating in both English and other languages and negotiating the culture of mostly monolingual classrooms and schools. Sadly, the Common Core state standards were developed with the monolingual reader in mind. Other languages and cultures were not highlighted in this framework. However, there are some strong language components that are helpful for bilingual learners. For example, the focus on comprehension, oral language development, and vocabulary. But in the world of the Common Core standards, what happens when a bilingual reader is having a hard time making meaning of text in English? Quite often, the student is given interventions that focus on the reading foundation strand. This strand includes work on fluency, phonics, word recognition, and phonemic awareness. Reading foundation instruction often isolates skills and removes the act of reading from real texts and stories and communicative tasks. This is a serious problem for bilingual learners. Remember, bilingual learners are not just learning to read. They're learning to negotiate languages and culture as well. That is why a rich language context and cultural connections cannot be removed from learning to read. So, am I saying no foundational work at all? No. What I'm saying is, I'll let these people say it instead. Care must be taken to ensure that the teaching of phonics does not displace other activities which support the language and literacy development of bilingual children. So phonics has its place, but that place needs to be kept in perspective. So, what does this mean? If not reading foundations, then what? First of all, carry on with balanced literacy and language-rich activities that constitute a strong literacy program. Continue to invite in and build upon the cultural and experiential backgrounds of your students. Continue to encourage lots of talk in your classroom. Build opportunities for talk and oral language development in every single activity. And even in this strong literacy environment, some bilingual readers may not progress as quickly as their bilingual peers. Do not reach for the reading interventions that focus on isolated skills practice. Instead, reach out to practices that we term language and culture rich. The practices of this e-workshop listed here will benefit all readers, especially bilingual readers. So, up next, you've completed watching this video. Next, for Explore, you'll select one reading. Thank you. Have a great week.